Hello, welcome to my kitchen. Today I got a fresh Arctic char and I want to show you how to cut it and cook it. And then we're gonna finish it with some pan-seared scallops and some shrimp broth with tomato concasse. All right, let's look at the ingredients. As you can see, we have very simple ingredients. We have one Arctic char, some scallops from Hokkaido. I have one tomato and a quart of shrimp stock. The shrimp stock is really nice and it's made by boiling shell-on shrimp in water. All right, so let's cut the fish. Arctic char, you cut like a regular fish. You just gotta be careful because the bones are very soft, and you just start like this, make the first incision behind the head, and then you turn the fish like this and start cutting like this, very gently. You don't press too much because you don't want to cut through the bones, which is very easy on an Arctic char. And then you go like this. Very gently. I'm just gonna try to cut over the ribs here. Let's see what happens, if I'm going to succeed or not. And I think it worked. And I'm just gonna trim that fat a little bit like this. And there is this fin here that we can trim like this. And this is our fillet of Arctic char. If you want to see how I cut the other side of the fish, I will put that at the end of the video. All right, so after the fish has been cut, I'm just gonna cut it in half because it's too long to fit in my pan, and I want to cook it with the skin. So we're gonna make some nice crispy Arctic char skin, which is so pretty. And I think that I need to score it a little bit in case it decides to shrink on me. And this is how we're gonna score the fish. And I can feel while I'm cutting it that it has very, very fine scales, but I'm not worried about it because they are going to fuse together with the skin when it's cooked. And this is your Arctic char ready to be pan-seared. Before we do anything, we need to start reducing the shrimp stock. And this is done so the flavor concentrates. So we want to evaporate this water, and I don't know if you can see how the shrimp solids are on the bottom, and you try when you do that to keep them there, and that way our sauce is going to look more pure and clean at the end. We are going to do some very simple seasoning on the char. I like to massage it with olive oil at first so the seasoning sticks, and we're going to put some salt on it, just like that, and some black pepper. And I'm going to repeat the same seasoning on the other side as well. Meanwhile, my shrimp stock is boiling very, very rapidly. As you can see, the shrimp stock has reduced a lot and we're very close to the sauce being done, and now we can start working on the char and the scallops. All right, as you can see, the char and the scallops are ready, and my pan is smoking gently. That means it's ready. So I'm gonna put a nice piece of butter in it, and we're gonna start cooking that char. And I'm going to finish the entire thing in the pan, which means I'm not gonna be moving it to the oven because I think the Arctic Char is not very thick fish, and my sauce is almost ready. I think it's time that we do some basting, and I'm gonna put some thyme on top of the scallops so we get some of that thyme flavor. And we're gonna scoop some of that butter and put it on top of the scallops. And let's get some on top of the char too. And this is how basting is done. And it smells absolutely amazing. The scallops smell gorgeous. I can't wait to try it. Move them a little bit like this. When it's basting, it needs some room. Meanwhile, my sauce has reached the ideal level, and I'm just gonna put the tomato concasse and heat it up slightly. I'm just gonna give the char and the scallops a couple of final bastes, and I think it's pretty much ready. Just like that. That's how you do this. Here I'm going to season the sauce with some black truffle salt, a little bit of white pepper because I really love white pepper in a tomato-based sauce. And then I'm going to use this black truffle oil. Oh my God, it smells absolutely unbelievable. Wow, amazing. I'm just gonna leave the sauce here for a couple of minutes to cool down before I finish it with some cold butter. All right, so we're ready to finish the sauce, and this is done with cold butter. And remember, when you do that, you have to be off the fire because otherwise that emulsion will break. And we're just going to gently shake the pan and dissolve that butter until it's fully dissolved. Alrighty, so we can do the plating finally. The sauce is ready. I'm just gonna spoon some of that sauce on the bottom of the plate. Okay, just like that. And then we have the crispy skin Arctic Char. It's going to go on top. And we're gonna put some scallops around it. Maybe a piece of thyme, like this, for a little bit of decoration. And we're done. All right, let's see how we did with the Arctic Char with the crispy skin and the scallops and shrimp tomato broth. It looks really delicious. Let me try the broth first. Very delicate, very nice. A scallop. Wow. The Japanese scallops are so nice. Very, very intense flavor. Let's see the fish with the skin. The skin has crunch. Perfectly crispy and crunchy. This actually tastes more like salmon than I expected. The Arctic Char is generally somewhere in between trout and salmon, but I would say this tastes exactly like salmon. Wow. I highly recommend making the Arctic Char with the skin. It's very nice. And the skin has so much crunch. Wow, this came out absolutely amazing. And I was surprised because I didn't expect that I'm gonna like the Arctic Char so much, but it was absolutely delicious. Thank you very much for watching. If you have comments or questions, type them below and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. If you want to see me cutting the other side, this is how you do it. You flip the fish like this and you go right where this fin is and you just gently cut like this. Alrighty. And here I successfully cut through the bones. As I said, they're very soft. I'm just gonna try to fix it like that. And then when you reach the rib cage, you press on those rib bones and you go like this. That's your other fillet. And just trim that fat, trim it, cut that fin. And here we have some bones left. And we can remove them like this. And there you have it. Perfect Arctic Char fillet.